8 months, almost 35 weeks since I've driven at High Plains. It feels like something has ended, but I wait. Yet she sits there, covered in glorious pink flannel, taunting me. But until I can return, this is all I have left. This is all that keeps me going. Hear those crickets? That was session 1. Nothing to report there, so let me tell you about some of the modifications. The 331 is broken in now and it's running fine. The brakes are balanced front to rear, and since last time he's installed a set of racing front springs, which should help with turn-in. The biggest modification, though, is that the Fairmont got hit by a very large tree, caved in his roof a bit. Yeah, that's the sound of a caved-in roof. Or do you say roof? Asshole. Oh, excuse me. Let's go to session 2. On lap 1, we come across this Mustang, which is going about 13 to 15 seconds a lap slower than what the Fairmont is capable of. Obviously, the Mustang's first time at the track, but Ken isn't feeling particularly aggressive, so instead of diving into a corner to pass him, he's going to do it on the straightaway. Or not. That Mustang should have about 300 horsepower, the Fairmont about 375, so I'm finding this whole thing both amusing and confusing. At 120 miles an hour, that should be a new top speed for the Fairmont. Over 80 miles an hour here. Ooh. If this was a spec Miata, we'd probably be fine. But as you're about to find out, a spec Miata and a 78 Fairmont are not the same thing. Ken's worried about getting T-boned here. I guess he wants to live forever.
It won't start.
Well, we met the Mustang driver. Very pleasant and apologetic guy named Mike. But no need to apologize, that spin was the most fun I've had all year. Oh, and the Mustang? Supercharged. Now I'm pretty old, so it's rare for me to have a WTF moment. When I heard this, I thought either something's going into warp drive or it's a space alien attack. But it turned out to be the TGA Performance WRX, driven by Jake Graham. And if I remember correctly, it sounds weird that way because of twin wastegates. Well, anyway, they're here at High Plains today to set up the car for a trip to Road Atlanta. For the rest of session 3, Ken decided he wanted to follow this Fiat 500 of Barth, not really trying to pass him. Was driving the guy in the Miata crazy though. This goes on for several hours, so we'll leave it here. Did I mention that the tree also took out the rear window glass? Between that and no back seat, the car is probably 40 pounds lighter. Up above is Ken's fastest recorded lap from February of this year. In February, his top speed here was actually a little faster, but the lap so far is very even. has a slight advantage here, but this is where it all goes wrong. He goes a little bit too deep into 6. He wasn't able to pull out of turn 6 as hard as he wanted to. Now, to be fair, this is the first lap of session 4, and he didn't realize this was going to be the fast lap of the day. And then going through 7, he's a little bit slower. And that's all it took to be down by over a second a lap. Now, to be honest, I don't think there's anything wrong with the car, or anything wrong with Ken's driving. I think he just needs to spend less time chasing Fiats. Of course, he's not the one obsessing over lap times. That would be me. And so, as I just alluded to, most of the session was spent playing with his new friend in the Abarth. And possibly his new enemy in the Miata. But Ken gets held up by this BMW, and he's going to have to try to catch up.
Oh no, don't stall. Don't move, don't move, don't move.
Earlier I had asked for one more non-fatal spin. That Ken's a nice guy.
One off at 6.
Driver error?
Pardon?
Driver error?
Yeah, I guess so. I thought I had it. I was.
We're done anyways.
Yeah.
See you, my friend.
See you, Mom.
Well, that's about it, except I noticed this trend all day long. And let's not forget this one. What's that old joke about where Fords could be found? If you remember, put it in the comments. And thanks for watching.